What's up, people? What's up, man? This is your boy, Mr. SmokeFella, man, on this lovely Saturday afternoon, morning, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. We here in the Shy, and it's going to be 80 degrees today. So, man, we're going to try to get this in for you like we normally do. Talk some sports, crack some jokes, put some smoke in the air. So we're going to get right into it so y'all can start enjoying y'all day so we can do the same thing. So I'm going to start bringing in my people. Vernon, what's up, man? You already want to jump on the Bulls, man. What's up, Tone? Y'all cats already. Bilal, what's up, man? I know you up in the shop, baby. But, dude, I'm going to start bringing in my people, man. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, man, and I don't know where he at because he's real secretive about this location. Know damn well he don't play a piano, but my man, Lucky Lefty.
First and foremost, don't hate on my piano skills. I hear it all in your voice this morning. You actually been acting a fool all week, but that's neither here nor there.
I've been here all week, baby.
Good morning, good people. Thanks for joining us. We got a lot to talk about, man. Ready to get it rocking and rolling. Let's go.
Man, listen, I really don't know where my man is because, he could be in St. Louis. He could be in Arizona. He could be in Vegas. Who knows where he at? But, man, my man about town, KDL 33. What's up?
What's happening? How y'all doing, good people? Good Saturday morning to you. Like they say, we got a lot to talk about. Everybody know what I want to talk about. But we'll let the host do that. Let's rock.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us.
Yeah, people jumping in, man. But before we get to that topic, because I know y'all want to, man. But I don't know if y'all caught that welterweight boxing last week with Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas, where he got his orbital bone broke. He was out there looking like Sam Cassell.
Damn.
Hey, man.
Sam Cassell, my man. Don't be disrespecting that man like that.
Hey. It is what it is, bro. Tell me he didn't look like Sam Cassell after that fight.
Look at here. I watched that fight round for round. He beat that man up. It was ridiculous. He actually could have stopped it like 2 rounds prior, but yeah, like his eye was swole shut. And the thing is, dude still wanted to fight. It's like, fam, let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go, fam.
But Lefty,
I mean,
you watched the fight, man. It was like after Spence's mouthpiece came out and he snuck him.
mm-hmm.
It was over after that, man. He was like, you getting these hands, I'm finna put it on you.
Spence was too quick. Like, dude, he didn't know where the punches was coming from. Like, it was after he got that little cheap shot in on him and the mouthpiece fell out. It was like, okay, I'm with the shits. He was like, I'm with the shits. It's on and crack.
Hey, remember in Creed Part 2 where they had that tire and you put your foot in and you got a body blew it up? That's what it was, man. But he was giving him an uppercut to the head, man, that kept snapping his neck back. I was like, come on, man, somebody. And every time he walked over to the ring doctor, the look on the ring doctor face.
Dude.
Damn.
If he'd have hit him in his eye one more time, his eyeball would have popped out his head.
Hey, it was like Rock'em Sock'em Robot when his head pop off.
Dude, man.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was saying I was at some point like, dude, just put your right hand up over your eye. Don't get hit in it one more time. Man. I was like,
It was getting real brutal, man. Real brutal.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I know that took a minute to come down.
That happened last Saturday. It
ain't came down yet. Yeah.
It's still
it probably is.
Dude, you got a broken orbital bone, man. Like,
right.
That's weeks.
Yeah.
His wife won't sleep in the room with him.
Well, I mean,
she wake up in the middle of the night like, what the fuck?
Would you rather be him or the dude Tyson put hands on the plane?
Well, first
to Mike Tyson's credit.
Why is he on JetBlue? Trying to hide?
Right, that's number one. Why is he on JetBlue? And he said the pandemic has taught people to be disrespectful until people put them hands on. That's what he said.
Social media.
Yeah.
Social media taught people how to be disrespectful during the pandemic. So, dude probably ran off at the mouth. Thought he was protected. No.
Well, they said
Why you messing with?
This is George talking to Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Mike Tyson. My dog done got lit, man. He over here rapping with Tyson. Mike Tyson trying to give us some shrooms. He don't know how to act. Tyson looking out, man. This shit crazy. He should have never gave you niggas money.
Peasants. They're peasants. That's what I'm saying. Hey. Hey, Mike, come on. Let's go stop back. Let's lose the horse, man.
JetBlue, net flight. My boy just got beat up by Mike Tyson. Turn that way. Yeah, he got up.
Come on,
I didn't say
man.
the man was intoxicated, right?
yeah.
He was intoxicated, which means he's probably not going to win whatever he's try to go for. I don't think he has done it yet, but you instigated.
Yeah, no lawsuit. It's
No
not-
lawsuit.
No,
You
yes, you a damn liar. It's a lawsuit.
He gon'
Why?
he gonna pay it just to keep him quiet.
Words isn't justification for putting your hands on somebody in the eyes of the law. Like Tyson could have just had him asked to have him removed, or got up and asked him to have his seat moved. Once he put his hands on him, it's legal now. And then
Okay.
Tyson being a licensed boxer, I think his hands are like certified weapons or something like that.
Now I agree with that part. Fighters
Like
can't.
professional boxers, their hands
Yeah.
are like weapons. So
Yeah.
he's gonna have to pay.
Now I agree with that part. They can't. They're not supposed, like UFC fighters. None of them. They can't. Yeah.
Hey,
All right. I give you that.
They can't
Hey,
just walk around putting hands on folks because they say something to them.
Hey, listen, all my people out there that can't afford attorney, we got the jailhouse attorney, Lucky Lefty, at your services. Call me and I'll book you an appointment. All deposits will not be returned.
Excuse me, sir. That's not jail.
Oh, wow.
That's Law and Order SVU, LLC. So I got my law degree from Law and Order, baby.
Damn.
But
Hey,
even
man.
like amateur boxers, like Golden Glove, like once you a professional fighter, you can't, like, your hands are weapons. You just can't.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I give you that.
You can't do it.
Hey, so tonight, Lefty, your boy, the Gypsy King, fighting tonight. Matter of fact, he fighting in his hometown for the first time in 4 years. Fighting in London against Dillian White, the #1 WC contender. Now, this cat is 28-2, 19 knockouts. He's the mandatory challenger because, remember, Joshua fought Olanska, and it's a rematch clause. So he couldn't get into the fight, so he had to fight the next man up. So he had to fight him. But Gypsy is talking about this might be his last fight, and he's going like deuces to the game.
Yeah, he's definitely talking about walking away. We're probably not gonna get that Joshua fight. With this being in his hometown, especially if he lay them hands on him like everybody expecting. I think the under is like 7 rounds, 5 to 7 rounds, something. They got him put him away pretty quick. So if he feel like he ain't nothing to prove, man, he got all the belts. He did his thing, and there's really no competition out there for him.
Exactly.
And it ain't no big money fights out there left. Him and Wilder did it 3 times. It's really no more, and it's not even no up and coming heavyweight that man, he'll be 55 years old before the next big heavyweight come up. It'd be too old to fight.
That is true. That is true because White is 34, he 33. You getting up there in age, man.
Yeah, he ain't got nobody to fight.
You ain't got time to be going in the ring and squaring off with nobody, man. You know how
it ain't no mega fights out there. I mean, let's face it, it's for the money. Like, what's the next payday after Wilder? Joshua taking too long. He didn't lost to some chubby cat already. Joshua ain't even like his little what he was is gone down. So
yeah,
there's nothing out there for him in the heavyweight division.
Nobody tripping on the heavyweights, man. Everybody want to see Pence and Crawford. Like, make the fight happen. Fury ain't got nobody to fight, so
listen,
congratulations. But everybody want to see
Spence and Crawford.
and Crawford.
Hey,
that's your big money fight waiting to happen. Make it happen.
Bilal said nobody want to fight him because he got that loaded glove.
Yeah, loaded with his hands.
Hey,
That boy got hands, man.
hey, I'm gonna tell you like this though, Kev. You talked about Spence and Crawford. Spence, his country talking self said it clear. They was like, man, you got 3 belts. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna take Terrence shit too. Dude, he out there talking, and Terrence Crawford cannot like keep ducking this. If you want to say he
Crawford
ducking.
ain't ducking him.
Crawford ain't ducking nothing. This is Bob Arum.
Right.
The problem is Bob Arum. This ain't Crawford. You think Crawford don't want to fight that dude?
But Crawford left Aaron, right?
No, he's still under.
No, he's still under Arum. He's still with Tyrone.
The problem is that, from what I understand, if he left,
Floyd left him.
If he left Arum, he was still on for his next, like, he signed a jacked up deal or something. He was still on for like his next 4 or 5 fights, like something ridiculous. Like he would still be in the, in the red with him. So I guess he's just trying to fight out his contract before he can, go independent or go into somebody else. But
everybody's saying he don't want that Crawford smoke, but I think this would be a very entertaining fight. And I think you might be able to flip a coin on who will win.
I like Crawford.
Hey man, disrespect Bud Crawford if you want to, sir. I know Spence. Hey, I get bad boy. I get it, but he better watch some tape. You better watch some tape.
Yeah,
I'm sure he has, man. But Kev, let's get into some my kind of town so you can have some fun today.
This is my kind of town. Chicago is my kind of town. Chicago is.
I had to take a sip because I know Kev gonna go in. But first off, we talk about the Cubs, Sox. They ain't been doing too well in their last 3 to 4 games. The Cubs, they just lost their outfielder, Clint Frazier, placed on the IL because he had to have a appendicitis surgery. Come on, man. Is the injury bug in Chicago alone?
Why aren't we going to the Bulls? Why are we going directly to the Bulls? Why are we going? Look. I'm Cubs. Look, I'm being real. Let's talk about the Bulls.
Hey, Ivan.
The Cubs and the Sox later. Let's talk about the Bulls.
Hey, Ivan,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ivan, but we got to get it up for your former Cy Young winner, though, Jake Arrieta, retiring, bro. Give him a round of applause, man. 12 seasons.
Oh,
You got to show him some love, man. You got to show him some love.
Now he can go and politic with Trump. Goodbye.
And once again, Tim Anderson ends up on the suspended 1 game for giving a Cleveland fan the middle finger.
That too.
Hey man, he got to stop getting suspended, man. Come on, dude.
That's my
Stop
boy.
Man.
That's my man's right there.
Yeah, I like him, man. Stop getting suspended, dude. Stop.
I lost track of how many times this dude been suspended for this or that.
He was suspended at the beginning of the year.
He's the definition.
Remember, they reduced it.
He's the definition of with the shits.
I like him, man. But dog, stop getting suspended, dude.
He ain't taking it from no fans.
Hey, Lefty, if you didn't say, never said nothing true, that statement right there, he is definitely with the shits.
No, I agree with that. But dude, stop getting suspended, man. Stop.
Man, so all right, man. We gonna glaze over the Bears. Mini camp started. They say Justin Fields his footwork looks a lot cleaner. He commanding the offense. We gonna get back to that stuff.
Yeah, draft next week. So
right. Draft day, and then that's when the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Well, hopefully,
I think all over the league.
We should by Saturday morning. I think we should be able to talk about who they drafted in the second round. Right? Yeah, first round Thursday, second round Friday. Yeah, so
second round Friday.
Yeah, so we should be talking about 2 of the Bears draft picks unless they package, make some type of trade, move up or down or whatever. But by next Saturday, we should be able to talk about the newest Bear, man, Poe's first pick.
The newest Bear, where Baker Mayfield gonna end up.
I'm so sick of him.
Yeah, I know you are, Kev. So I know your KDL's view next week will be Baker Mayfield. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Patty
Let's
cake,
get to the
patty
topic,
cake.
man. Stop. Hey,
Baker's
stop
All right,
avoiding
ribs.
me.
man.
Let's
All
go.
right, Kev.
And
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is, Kev. Here it is. Bucks lead the series 2-1. Bulls got felt on Friday night without Chris Middleton that got suffered a knee strain in game 2. Now, DeRozan, Levine, they just got to be consistent, man. You can't have 41 one night and then 11 the next. And it wasn't because he was missing shots. He couldn't get no shots. Come on, man. Holiday played lockdown defense, dude. Then, Portis and Allen brought their A games. In that first half, they was the leading scorers. They hitting buzzer beaters at the end of the half. Come on, Kev. I'll let you unleash. Go right ahead.
I was gonna let y'all go first, but I want people to. For those of you that watch the show, can y'all pull up some of the old episodes we had throughout the year, and we talked about the Bulls? I clearly said, and yes, I'm about to toot my own horn. I clearly said that free throw line extended, that DeRozan gets the bulk of his shots, and he gets to the free throw line, mid-range assassin. In the playoffs, they're going to take that away. And they're going to force him to pass the ball to hopefully some shooters. I also said the Bulls needed shooters. People looked at me like they had shooters already. I said the only shooter you really had was Kobe White. He only got a couple shots off. So the Bucks are playing this. Soon he come over half court. He runs that play. He comes to the free throw line. Either Holiday bumps him, like Lopez bumps him and goes in. Somebody bumps him. And then they got his backside. Somebody's going to run at him, and they forcing him to kick it out. I said that was going to happen. The problem is some of that is supposed to be pick and roll. But guess who picks and don't roll? Vooch. Instead, he floats out to the three-point line. Well, Lopez going to give you that all day. And, yeah, you'll make a couple, but not enough to win. How many open shots Vooch get last night? Y'all know that was by design, right? They willing to say, you beat us. So, Zach LaVine, brother, you're playing for a contract, dog. And I know this is your first playoffs, but you look lost. You jacking up shots. Yeah, okay. You might see it's a difference when you come out the game with 20, but wasn't an impactful 20. You didn't even know he scored 20. So, look, man, I'm gonna help y'all. I'm gonna throw y'all a line. Y'all ready for this? You need to sign and trade Zach LaVine. I think Joker is up for an extension. If he does not sign that extension, that means eventually they got to trade him. Throw your name in the hat because your GM is the one that drafted him. Get him Vooch, sign and trade Zach. Do what you got to do. Maybe you'll get a shooter off Denver's bench or something. Because eventually you're going to put shooters around Joker and LaVine, and DeRozan. Do that. Do not run this roster back. You're not beating anyone. Don't run this roster back now. And hey, look, I'm not hating. I'm just trying to tell you. This roster is not beating the good teams. They're showing you why. You don't have any shooters. You take DeRozan out, it's done. You would think LaVine would step out, but he's lost. That's my opinion. Go ahead, man. I want to hear from Bulls fans. Go ahead, man.
Well, I'll jump in. That was what? KDL's view part 1. Hey, look. You know what? It's the beauty of the playoffs, man. It's game to game. The narrative changes, right? It's like you win a game, well, you lose the first game, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's over." You win the second game, they back. It's just that's just the NBA playoffs. That's what makes it, one of the things that makes it fun to watch. The other thing is, I think what last night proved, and what I've been saying for a while, is that while Middleton is the 2, Drew Holiday makes that team go. It's Drew Holiday, man. We were talking about it in the shop. Middleton, man, we got a shot to win. I said, no, Drew's going to go off. Like, it's Drew Holiday. And he affects the game on both ends. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Middleton's a bum or nothing, but, dude, they can survive. I think the Bucks can survive without Middleton, but they couldn't survive without Holiday. I just don't believe that. And it was proven. Holiday makes everybody better. to me. So.
And he gets buck while he's D'ing you up, he's getting like crucial buckets. Like it ain't flashy. He cutting to the basket. He'll hit an occasional three.
Well, we said that last year
like
that was a great pickup when they picked him up and got rid of what's the little longer guard they used to have
Bledsoe
that they sent down in the Clipper. Yeah. So, but let me break this down from a coach's standpoint, because y'all know I do some coaching here and there. I dabble. Y'all can crack jokes all you want, but GFY to both of y'all. But let me tell you,
Mike Hand Tony.
That's why I said GFY, because I knew it was coming. I know my boys. But Lefty, that was kind of good. That was good. That was good.
Play on words, baby. Play on words.
But let me break it down to you, man. DeRozan, he's coming up the court off the dribble, trying to get it in spots. They're making that difficult. Kev, we was talking backstage. Coaches told Holiday to sell out. And when I say sell out, that means on defense, I want you to jump the ball and cut him off. If he goes the other way, your teammates got you. They instructed the teammates, you have to help him out because he's going to sell out. As a defensive player, you're not supposed to do that. Jump the ball like that and give him a free lane to his right, or if you jump to the right, he goes left.
Sending him left.
You know what I'm saying? So you're right, Kev. They sending him left, and he could come back to his right easily the way Holiday is playing him, but the help side is coming. What the Bulls have to do is take the ball out of DeRozan's hand and start him at the free throw. Start him at the block. So once he gets the ball, now the double team has to come from the other side. That gives him time to make his move, just like that. He got to do it quickly. He can't just sit there and hold the ball.
So you're saying let Caruso bring the ball up?
Yes.
Let Caruso bring the ball up. Then DeRozan, and then let DeRozan come off screens?
Exactly. Come off screens, post at that corner by the free throw lines each side, or have him on the block area. So when that double team comes, he ain't already turning face. He sees it coming, so he can either make his move, take his shot, because they can't stop his mid-range game. Everybody knows that. So you have to take the ball out of his hands.
No.
You got to take the ball out of his hands to get him his shots. So that's just been a little coaching tip for you. That's B's coaching tips for the day. Lefty, what you got to say? You disagree or not?
No. I 100% agree. But that's why in the playoffs, coaching is so important. And let's face it, ISO ball is good for regular season. You know what I mean? ISO ball works in the regular season, but in the playoffs, man, you gotta have some type of system, be able to adjust quick. And in ISO ball, it's really no adjustment. So, give Budenholzer a little credit for his coaching staff for designing, different looks on defense.
Lefty, his coaching staff.
Yeah, okay, that's why I gave his staff.
He the coach, though. He get credit.
But him and his staff get credit. They throwing different looks, and when you've been living and dying off ISO ball all season, and now you got to turn around and adjust, and that's why it really doesn't work. That's what makes Golden State just a machine. You could, like, Steph would do his little thing where he go off, but you see it's always moving parts in that offense. You really can't design a defense to even guard it because you don't know who's going where. You watch the Bulls, a lot of times it's DeRozan with the ball and everybody stand around, or Levine got the ball and everybody stand around. Now that worked in the regular season. DeRozan going off for 50 and all this, that, and other. But teams weren't preparing for you, especially every other day. The playoffs is every other day. All right, we see what you do. Now I'm gonna adjust and do this compared to I played you in January and I'll play you again in March.
Hey,
this
now
is
Billy Donovan,
game, man.
Billy Donovan has to adjust.
It's a key factor that y'all forgetting about. Holiday and DeRozan grew up playing against each other. So he's played against DeRozan for years.
Oh, yeah, they're California kids.
Yeah. So he knows tendencies and stuff, and like he probably was giving him the same buckets back in the day, but he knows how to guard it. Now, he is not going to totally shut him down for the rest of the series, but he's going to make it real difficult because DeRozan, I think, is going to change up because he's a student of the game. So last night he probably didn't leave the gym. He probably slept there.
But
But
you broke it down to your coaching tips. Look at the looks they're giving them, how they running the double teams at them, which way they forcing them. You know, they giving them different looks. It seemed like from game 1 to game 3, DeRozan got different looks. He went off in that game and got it, but then that was adjustments. They came back last night, gave him a totally different look.
So he's a professional scorer. Like he's gonna have to watch film and pick his spots instead of, oh, I'm open at the free throw line. Let me just jack it up real quick. No, he's gonna have to pick his spots on the floor other than the free throw line. Like he has to move. He had to figure that out. But let me ask you this, as Billy Donovan, Ben, since you want to go the coaching route, how do you adjust? Do you start a big lineup and put Tristan Thompson in there, which is Tristan Thompson playing, by the way? Somebody tell me. But do you go big with him and Vooch and you counter big for big, or do you put more shooting in the game? Do you put Kobe White out there? Do you put so that when they double, now I got Kobe White, Caruso can hit a shot. Like, do you spread the floor to match and be able to hit shots? Because right now, they just double teaming, and the only dude they leaving open is Vooch. Why Levine is not cutting, I have no idea. I watched last night. DeRozan got the ball around the free throw line. They doubled him. Vooch was the only one open. Levine was standing in the corner.
Yeah.
Dude, cut to the basket. Like, somebody, you got to keep moving. Like you said, Golden State. You got to keep moving. It can't be one play. Oh, he's double. Well, Vooch open here. Vooch hit the shot. No, y'all got to move.
So, Kev, you do know right now they in the film study room, and coach has got the film up. He's standing up there with his his lighted pen or whatever, however he do it, and he's looking dead at Levine and say, "Why didn't you cut on this play?"
Right. He's stopping.
Why didn't you cut on this play?
Just like my coach should be. Stop. What are you doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Answer.
You standing.
What are you doing?
You standing. So
you standing.
If Billy Donovan is worth anything, he is snapping on Levine right now. Like, dude, you got to play better. Just like when Doc River came out and said that Harden had to play better, he need to be saying that to Levine, because Levine, to his own fault, I've said it.
This is his first playoff series too. So
he has no basketball go-to moves. He's a slasher, and that's all he's good at. Shot
selection is definitely
his shot selection is damn near Brandon Ingram style.
Sometimes it has to do with his IQ too. So that's neither here nor there. Look.
They need to cut more. And Kev, to also answer your question, I would start out big, because they got punished early by the big men. Portis.
Okay, so you gonna match big for big.
You have to start off that game and get physical, because they got out muscled in that first quarter.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that. Now watch this. The flip side to that is, if Bobby Portis is out there, Tristan Thompson has to go out there, or Vooch. One of them got to go out there. Bobby Portis came out hot.
Yeah.
Which led to Grayson Allen getting hot, because now you had to run at Portis, Grayson Allen, and what's the other baseball dude? Damn it, the other dude that's out there with Grayson Allen.
I can't remember his name right now.
The other shooter.
Number 24?
Connaughton.
Yeah. So when you run at Bobby Portis, because now you want to get him off the line, he done hit a couple shots on you. Now Grayson Allen gets open. They swing the ball. Drew Holiday keeps it moving. Connaughton open. So they literally have shooters. And I'm not saying they Steph Curry or, Thompson, but they can shoot, bro.
Yeah.
That's what the Bulls need. They need someone standing out there. Okay, here go Kobe White. You know what I mean? Like you got to match that.
But that's the problem with going big.
They take the ball out of DeRozan's hand and it's over.
But that's the problem with going big when you start Tristan. Like, Tristan isn't a pick and pop type dude. You know what I mean? So, he's not going to hit any type of outside shot. And if you crowd that lane, you in there with Lopez and Giannis, you still ain't got a chance. Even with Tristan and Vooch in there, they still bigger.
Now, okay, let me talk about Giannis, all right? Because, Lefty, you looked at me like I was crazy when I said he is not the best player in the league right now. You gave me that look in the text like, what are you talking about? Giannis.
I didn't understand where it came from. That's what I was going to figure out. Watching
Giannis these last couple of games, dude cannot dribble, right? So he take 2 dribble, and then he just takes off and bullies his way in. You can take the charge on him. And when they took the charge on him, he became a facilitator in the first half. They took charges on him, so he got 2 quick fouls. So now, I can't go in there just bully no more. Or he throws it off the backboard, gets it, and then dunks it on you. That's what he does. And if he want to take that 3, let him have it. Let him have it. Stop letting him get a running start, because that's that old LeBron stuff. Don't let him get a running start, because he's going to outmuscle you to the basket. He's just going to bully his way in. And you see when the guys went ahead, got their chin check bound, and took them charges, he stopped. Well, that's how you stop him. That's called the wall. The wall is taking that charge, and then he'll stop going in there.
Well, teams have tried that since he's been in the league. That's on Budenholzer to have Holiday and them set him up. Anytime Giannis gets the ball at the free throw line or the top of the key and he's going, that's stupid on his part. He's gonna charge somebody. You too long. All they're gonna do is run up.
You gotta win.
That's on Holiday to set him up.
The other team has to sacrifice their body and take them charges.
I'm still trying to get to where you're saying he's not the best player in the league. So look, let me say this. And we were talking about it, I think Wednesday night. I don't know if it was TB or Vaughn that said he may be the least skilled superstar probably ever. As far as like pure basketball skill, right? He's just long and athletic, but at the end of the day, man, he uses it. You know what I mean? And he affects the game he affects the game on both ends of the floor. And he's adjusted his game to, even when they build that wall, he's kicking it out now. Remember when they were losing in those series and those walls, he didn't know what to do. So the dude is putting in work, man. His game has gotten a lot better. I don't think he's ever going to be a Embiid with footwork and all that. He's just long and strong, and but he uses it the same way Wilt did. That's like you saying Wilt wasn't the most dominant, even though he was playing with cats 6'5", but hell, he used it. He got what God gave him. So you can't say he's not the best, especially when he affect the game on both ends of the floor the way Giannis does.
Well, let me also
block shots, all that.
We look at scoring, man. We look at shooting and scoring.
Something else that pissed me off watching this series, and it's a dying art. It's a lost art from the smaller guards. And I was a smaller guard, but I went into the paint. But this is a lost art. When you drive into the paint,
not really.
Slow down. Slow down. But honestly,
you're giving yourself a lot of credit on here now. But go ahead.
It's a lost art, man. When you go to the basket as a guard, Kev, you know this. You draw contact from the guy, from the shot blocker. You don't try to go away from him. You go into his chest.
You go into
contact, right?
Yeah.
Foul, and you go to the line. Whether you make the basket or not, that's neither here nor there. But you get that big man. I watched the Bulls go to the paint, and they shy away from him and try to put something up on the glass. And guess what they doing?
Lopez had a couple blocks last night.
It's like, come on, and Lopez can't jump over a penny. He just tall alone.
But he tall.
You have to go into his chest and body him up and get him in foul trouble.
But remember, Ben, that's what the rule changed this year. They aren't calling that like they used to. They're not calling that. They're not calling that lean in. They're not giving them that call this year.
But you can't make it obvious. As a point guard, Chris Paul does it all the time and gets the call.
He does. Harden used to do it.
Yeah, Harden was
Harden was too obvious.
Chris Paul, he does it real subtly, and next thing you know, whoop, he hit the line. Whoop, he hit the line. Now where them bigs at? They sitting on the bench.
But I'm gonna tell y'all something else. You talking about the guards? When the Bulls do that pick and roll with with Vooch, and DeRozan, like he floats out to the 3. Why don't you roll, dog? Shoot a layup.
You got to take the man. You got to take your man out of the picture. So that
you can roll, you might have a layup, or you might kick it back out. Not DeRozan is wide open. Instead, you float out to the 3. Yeah, Lopez ain't coming out there. Why don't you try to roll? It's called pick and roll. Why don't you roll, dog? Maybe Lopez will foul you. Now you got Lopez in foul trouble. Try that. But they're gonna, if you keep floating out to the 3, they're gonna keep giving you that. You're not gonna hit enough to win. Dude, that was so obvious last night. Even Van Gundy was like, well, guess we're about to be open.
And
They're
listen,
giving them, it was so obvious what they was doing, and there was no adjustment whatsoever.
they had the national
No.
TV game on ABC and stunk up the gym.
Prime time.
Stunk up the gym.
Yeah, it was definitely embarrassing. Yeah, we was watching it. I was like, oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting with the Middleton injury for the Bulls to win, but I did think they could probably stretch it to 6 and make it interesting. But at the end of the day, they still outmatched. Bucks got the better bench. They got the best player out there on the floor whenever Giannis out there. It is what it is. But I mean, they can adjust all. They can try these adjustments you guys are talking about, boots, pick and pop. End of the day, Milwaukee just got too much.
But
they overmatched, but I'm just saying how they can compete more.
They can be beat. Like I said in the show before the first game, the Bulls have to be perfect in damn near every way, like they was in game 2.
Right.
That's the only way that they're gonna win.
But you notice the Bulls aren't playing any different than the way they played in the regular season, right? You can't. It's hard to ask guys who've done the same thing for 82 games, and then to come in all of a sudden and change up how they do things. Like we creatures of habit, right? When y'all were saying like Levine standing in the corner and not cut, well, he ain't really cut all year. It's been ISO ball.
But bro, you the second dude. You can't stand. This is the playoffs, and I get this is your first playoff.
He been standing all season.
Well, you make a valid point.
So Mochi,
you make a valid point because you're usually not right, but today you spot on.
But dude, Mochi, a veteran guard,
Mike
playoff, and everybody knows this is Levine's first playoff, right? You standing in the corner. DeRozan is double. Vooch is off. Portis is killing him. Dude, I need you in the offense.
You can't keep using this his first playoff though, Kev. I hear that from a lot of people.
He's lost.
But I hear that from a lot of people. That's why playoffs comes down to coaching and making those adjustments.
I get
it. It's playoff only. The biggest difference with the playoffs, the game slows down and you playing every other day. Right? But it's still, the rules of basketball are still the same, right?
Well, the rules are, but
put the ball.
But you just said it yourself. It's a regular season, 1-on-1s, go. It's good, right?
ISO, right?
On the free throw, ISO ball, it's all good to the playoffs. Until now, I play you every other day. I'm watching the film during our off days, and I'm adjusted to that.
And that's why the best defensive teams always win.
Well,
if you Levine adjust.
The one key thing I think we all can agree upon, no matter what teams we watching playing ball in these playoffs, adjustments by the coaches. And you all can say adjustments by the players on how they're being played. If you can't adjust in the playoffs, you should have just stayed at home like the Lakers, period.
We had to take a Lakers
like that, huh?
I'm just saying.
Right.
But,
give it 2 more games, buddy.
Injuries play a huge part of this, and KDL, I know you got a view out there. You wanted to talk about the NBA playoff injury bug, so we're going to take you to KDL's view, Ivan.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to KDL's View. Good Saturday afternoon to you. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, I wanted to touch real quick on the NBA injury bug. And I know there's nothing you can really do about injuries, man. It's a part of the game. I totally get it. But I look at it both ways. I look at it to where I don't want this playoffs, man. And we've been waiting on this playoffs, particularly in the Eastern Conference. We thought it was going to be some good series. Western Conference, like as it goes on, the playoffs gets better. The better teams play. Right? I don't want this to be derailed by injuries. I don't want it to be derailed by Middleton is out, so now Milwaukee can't rightfully defend their title. I don't want Devin Booker to be out, and Phoenix to been the best team all year. And all of a sudden, they can't make it in advance because they're missing their best player. I don't want the NBA injuries to do that. I don't want Luka that he can't play. Like I don't. It's messed up in Chicago. A ball can't play. Joel Embiid, now he got a thumb. He's gonna play today, but they talking about he's gonna get an MRI when he get back to Philly. Well, what if it's torn ligaments? He's out. Like I don't want the season to derail off injuries. I really don't. I think it's gonna mess up the playoffs and it's gonna be unfair for who's really the best team. But I look at it from another way. Here's another way to look at it. Teams are showing you we can adjust. Everybody thought Phoenix was gonna lose last night. Chris Paul said, "No, we're good. We're gonna keep playing just the way we played all year." Milwaukee showed up last night. We ain't got Middleton. Watch this. We still the defending champs. So teams adjust. Dallas. Now I know they playing Utah, and Utah had already said 1, 2, 3 Cancun already. However, Dallas, what Dallas is doing, Brunson is making him a free throw. Hey, that boy, free agent money. Mark Cuban, I suggest you sign that boy. The way Dallas is playing, and I know they singling out Gobert, he can't play in this series. I agree with that. But the way they're adjusting without their superstar, I think Luka's supposed to play either tonight or tomorrow or something like that. He's coming back, which makes them more dangerous. Now you got a team that adjusts without him, wins without you, similar to how Memphis did, talking about the injury bug, with Ja Morant. They went like 18-2 without the dude. Like, I like how teams adjust without their superstars, but on the flip side, I don't want this playoffs to end on an injury bug, man. I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see sometime Phoenix to play Golden State, and all of a sudden Booker ain't 100%. I don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. We want to see them go at it. I don't want to see Milwaukee have to run into either Miami or somebody like that, and you ain't got Middleton. It's not fair. Like, that's all I want to say about the injuries, man. I hope it don't derail these playoffs. I really do. That's all I got.
Well, you speaking as a fan and a player, and I get it. You want to see the best that's the offer from each
Best
team.
against the best.
You don't want to be cheated. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we being cheated. Like you said, if Golden State and Phoenix meet, that's what you've been wanting to see all year long, and now you feel cheated when one of the players is down. It's like, man, and then you always gonna have in your mind, what if?
You know, that's a hamstring, man. You know how that can go.
Man,
You don't have to like you talking about tougher competition as the rounds go on, and you got a hamstring.
Right, that's just as bad as lefty back.
Thanks for the alley-oop. Anyway.
I'm here all week, Chicago.
My fear of this is they're going to try to make some changes in the regular season to try to avoid this. But at the end of the day, man, these are soft tissue injuries. Like, how can you really avoid them? Right? It's not like these aren't physical fouls and guys are getting sent out on. These are like non-contact injuries, so it's really not much you can do. I agree with you, Kev. You would like to see all teams healthy, but you as a Lakers fan, you saw last year Phoenix took advantage when AD went out in that series.
They're supposed to.
So you do what you're supposed to do. Now we can go back to and Ben say some smart things with his Catholic school education sometime, talking about front offices, and you got to have depth. You know, you got to have depth. You got to be able to make, prepare for things like that. You know,
Phoenix is deep.
You see, I jabbed you and just kept going.
Yeah.
But so you got to have that depth. So you look at a team like Milwaukee. You know what they've done a great job the last 2 years, especially at the deadline. And Ibaka's not even in there yet, right?
No, he was in there with the 2-minute crew last night. I said, man, this man can't get no. He can't even get no. He in the regular rotation.
Right.
Ain't it his shoulder?
He was hurt.
Yeah, the back.
It was something.
Yeah.
But them grabbing Grayson Allen in the offseason, moves like that, man, you gotta be deep just in case of situations like this. You just and even with Memphis, I think they were like 20-2, kid, without Ja Morant.
Yeah, they was balling.
That goes to the front office, that goes to coaching. Golden State with Clay out half the year. You know what I mean? So it's a part of the game you can't avoid. I'm hoping that they don't try to shorten the season or something crazy to try to avoid these injuries, man. Because like I said, these are just like freak injuries. Like a dude to just come down and like, oh, he just grabbing his hamstring.
Right. Yeah. The Luka thing like, he wasn't even going hard.
Right, he wasn't even going hard. It's a calf strain.
But this makes Silver need to shut up, because remember he came out two and a half weeks ago saying that the Stars are not playing enough.
Yeah,
no, he's right. No, he's right
about that though.
No, he's right.
But the thing is, these players work hard, not only in the game, practice. They working hard to put their game all the way at the top. So if you're not resting them, like Lefty, you said the Bulls was playing every damn night, it seemed like.
Oh yeah, they did.
So you know what I'm saying? Bodies need rest, man. Bodies need rest.
No. Let's not. What we ain't gonna do is flip this. Adam Silver is right. All these stars that just sit out because they don't feel like playing.
Now that's a different thing.
It's different
I agree
than you being injured. An injury is an injury. It is what it is.
Right.
Kawhi Leonard didn't even try to come back. Paul George did. Ben Simmons lied about mental health. Now he got a back. If the man is healthy, he would play tonight. Why are you waiting till Monday? Like, this is what, and they're getting paid millions of dollars. Zion, maybe he wants to play. Maybe the organization is holding him out. But what Silver is saying, hey, dog, we didn't pay for these TV contracts. These people coming in here paying us money. You're always on the bench.
They can't see the Stars play.
But you know what? But Silver has a point, man.
It's a handful of players that are messing it up for the rest of the players.
And they're going to mess it up the next collection bargaining degree.
The problem is, though, even with load management, rest doesn't prevent you from pulling a hamstring or a groin or straining a calf. And the best thing they can do is implement a damn weekly yoga class. Get these boys stretched out or something. Like do some mandatory yoga, some hot treatment to keep them.
That was kind of dark there.
Hey, no, I'm telling you, yoga is good for stuff like that.
I get
all I know is players never get hurt.
The way you said it, get these boys stretched out. That just was kind of dark, man.
Okay, it was a little bit. I'll give you that. I went there a little bit, but I'm just saying
this has to do with your conditioning, though. Anthony Davis is the new conditioner.
But even conditioning, Kel, like, come on, like AD, somebody got thrown into his knee the first time, and he stepped on somebody's foot the second time. Well, I don't care how good a shape you in.
He just glass.
I know, but
let's keep it real.
I don't care how good a shape you in. That's not going to prevent that. Like it got to be
ankle rolls and stuff like that.
I get that. Injuries happen. I 100% agree. I understand. I get it.
Right.
But AD is the type that comes in training camp and tries to get in shape instead of being LeBron James, who comes in shape. It's a difference.
I think he came in camp in shape. Kev, those are his two major injuries this year were freak injuries. Somebody ran into his knee, and then the second one, we saw his foot damn near touch his calf. The damn thing twisted up. Like that's a legit injury. Now, when you start talking, what I'm trying to figure out is what do you do about non-contact injuries, hamstrings and stuff? That's all. People told it was about stretching. Maybe they're not stretching enough. I don't know what it is that's getting them where this keeps happening.
Well, Devin Booker was in the middle of a game. He ran out like he was
just ran. It just pops.
It just did.
You had a groin. You had a groin pull and things. You don't know where it come from.
He was trying to make a play on the ball and block a shot, and when he came down, he
came down wrong
and went into the stands. So that was more consistent. That happened.
Even Middleton's injury. Middleton slipped.
Now that was the towel boy's fault or the towel girl fault. So the coach looked directly at that towel boy like, dude, what we paying you for? You got one job.
The look on his face knew he did something. He didn't know what it was. He tried to walk it off. He knew he did something.
Yeah.
But that was sweat on the floor, man. That was a put on sweat like House be having.
These main injuries.
Oh wow!
these main injuries right now that directly affect the playoffs were non-contact, just out of nowhere injuries. You know what I mean?
Okay, I get that.
And you can't say none of these guys that got hurt were out of shape. They played most of them played. They played most of the year.
AD came in the camp out of shape.
AD's not in the playoffs. We're talking about the guys in the playoffs right now. Luka, Middleton, Book. Like these guys played all year.
Yes.
And they just pulled something or strained or sprained something.
I get the injuries. You're right. I pulled my groin before in high school. That hurt like hell, and I wish that on nobody.
But you were not out of shape, right? You were not out of shape, right?
I was in shape. I was in shape, and it just happened. I get that part.
Well,
what
he's not saying is he did that walking up the back steps at Thornton.
No, what I'm saying is I actually did that in intramural, to be exact, before the season started. Yeah, I did. But check this out. What Silver is saying is these players that are deliberately not playing.
Right, that's different.
That's what he's talking about. The injuries happen. You're right. Injuries happen.
Okay, let's get into the playoffs. Let's talk playoffs now. The Hawks last night, even though they started the game way late because of suspicious package down there in Atlanta, that was some hot Atlanta chicken.
I thought we back in '90s. I didn't know what was going on.
Hot Atlanta chicken box. That was in there because they ain't tell what it was.
It was the new 2 Chainz CD. Somebody left outside the stadium. Stopped the whole damn game. 30 minutes, messed up the damn everything.
But that was a sluggertron match because they went back and forth. And when you go back and forth with a team like Atlanta, now they gain confidence. And when it comes down to the line, you got somebody like Trae Young. He can change the game when it's a point, 3 points, difference. He changed the game. And once he hit that was a dagger. That was a dagger, man. Mm-hmm. And changed the complex of that game. Now, Miami is going to come back and try to beat the brakes off them in the next game.
Well, Miami actually stretched out on them. Atlanta came back.
Right.
They role players got hot, and Miami came back. Trae closed it. But, Trae good for one, man. They weren't going to sweep Atlanta. Atlanta was going to get one.
Okay, now let's get into this Nets Celtics series, man. What the hell is going on? Because Kevin Durant, Kyrie are supposed to be the best offensive duo in the league right now.
That's what I was told.
What is going on? Because KD went 1 for 10 in the second half. I'll say that again. 1 for 10 in the second half, man.
I can answer this. You want to go left? Because I can answer this.
I'll start it off. Look, it's just like we talked about with the Bulls and the Bucks. It's defense. Boston been one of the best defensive teams in the league all year. And while everybody's kind of like on Durant and Kyrie for shooting poorly, no one's giving was it Udoka? Is that the coach name? No one's giving his coaching staff enough credit. I'm watching them. I'm watching how they playing Durant. They not sending a double team right away. They wait until he make his move and then they send it. So when he spins, he don't see the guy. Like that's defensive adjustments. That's coaching. Like that was set up. The good thing with Boston, they kind of had a length to kind of give KD a hard time. But when he's trying to figure it out why he got the ball. When typically KD just grab the ball and go. Right now he grabbed the ball. He got to think. Okay, if I go this way, where is it coming from? He got him thinking while in motion. So I think it's a great coaching job, and he's not getting enough credit for it.
Let's go back to my coaching.
Mr. Knee alone, good job.
Yeah, she told him if you don't start winning, you're not gonna get this shot no more. And then they turned around. That's what happened on that. Right. Now we're gonna go back to my coaching.
We wouldn't have lost the game at that point.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But with Kevin Durant, it's the same thing as DeRozan. Don't have him bring the ball up because now they bringing a double team right away and you can't go nowhere because you at the 3-point line and they locking you up. Start him on the block or you put him on the free throw line and then let him come to the ball so now you can see the double team and make your move.
Man, but he don't know when it's coming. They don't double him as soon as he come across. They wait until he makes a basketball move, then somebody comes. Like,
That's why I say you
now,
have to short. You have he damn near 7 feet, so you have to shorten
ain't no damn
his distance. You have to shorten his distance to the basket. You have to shorten the distance. You can't be coming up the court. You know, now you 30 feet from the basket. Now you go 17 feet and in. He's deadly. You can't stop that.
So outside of him playing catch and shoot, then that's I don't know because that defense.
I've seen him. Kyrie brings the ball up, and if he don't look for his own shot first, he might kick it to somebody else. I've seen Durant come across the free throw line and catch it at the top of the free throw, which I think is stupid. They could double him easier. But he catches the ball at the top of the free throw, like Lefty said, he'll turn. He don't know where the double coming from. So then he'll take a dribble, and then Marcus Smart will leave his man or somebody will leave. So Durant will try to go the other way. He's doing too much dribbling. He's working too hard.
Exactly.
The problem is twofold. Right. The problem is twofold. He doesn't have a traditional point guard to set him up. He has a shoot first point guard. So either he's going taking tough shots and hitting them, or when I get the ball finally, I got usually a shot clock running down for crying out loud because Kyrie done dribbled 20 seconds off of it. Now I gotta work for my own shot and just jack up a shot because Tatum is long.
So you know who I'm pointing the finger at?
Marcus Smart is up under me. Huh?
You know who I'm pointing the finger at? Nash.
Thank you. Hold on. Nash. You ain't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. So the problem is he doesn't have a traditional point guard to set him up. And thank you for your segue. Steve Nash has no idea what he's doing. He has no offensive sets whatsoever. That's why that last game when Tatum gamed it, the last shot that Kyrie and them took was terrible. You know why? Steve Nash ain't called timeout. He didn't have an actual play to run. It's just give it to my superstars. They'll bail us out and hit a tough shot.
It's about to get more difficult for him because Robert Williams is set to play in game 3.
Yeah,
so now they got the big boy. Yeah, they got the big boy in there. So now they really can send the doubles and take chances on defense now.
It's another long dude.
Yeah.
You got Jaylen Brown ain't no shorty, dog. Tatum ain't no shorty. Marcus Smart, he's shorter than KD, but they're throwing bodies at him. They long, they limp, they tipping balls. So you're right. They're waiting on KD to make the move instead of doubling them right away. Right. Kyrie is actually blowing past the guards, but he's not setting nobody else up. It's all about him.
But I'm gonna tell you,
you notice he had 10 points. I ain't hear a word out the choir, Sly. The man had 10 points.
Marcus Smart is a bruising type of defender. You might get past him, but he didn't beat you up.
Where's Seth Curry?
But Boston plays good team defense. They rotations on point. They rotate well. I mean, that's coaching. Defense is such an underrated thing in the NBA because it's all about the superstars and who scores. And if you look at Nash and Vogel, to me in the same boat, where they feel like I got two superstars, roll the ball out there, we gonna win because they're gonna carry me to the promised land. But
Vogel a little different though. Nash doesn't have, and here's the problem: Nash doesn't have a clue.
Right, he doesn't.
They're protecting him because he's Steve Nash.
Well, but that's what happened when you have no coaching experience and become a head coach. Like,
well, you got to take the heat too.
And Mr. Kyrie, who said we don't need no coach, and him and KD got Jacques Vaughn, who was a damn good coach, removed to bring in somebody who has no idea what they're doing. But you gotta, and like you're saying, you got Seth Curry out there. Seth ain't no slasher. Like, it's a lot of the lost parts of the game are being exposed. What happened to cutters? So when they
Bruce Brown is their cutter.
Right, when they are bringing
they miss them witty.
They do, but when they are bringing these late double teams, somebody's moving already. The first game when Kevin Durant got
Lefty Boost Mobile was freezing up, so I'm.
Well, they not. But here's the thing. Though. He was kind of on it. When they bring in the double teams, they don't have anybody cutting because Seth Curry is standing in the corner. They're not leaving him.
Right.
So now Durant, with the shot clock running down, he don't really have time to wait on nobody to cut. So he'll just jack up a fadeaway from the free throw line. Like Boston's doing their job on that. All they doing is making you take tough shots. You ain't gonna beat us taking tough shots. Meanwhile, Meanwhile,
Joe is
watch
right.
this, Ben. Y'all don't play no damn defense.
None whatsoever. Now, Kev,
So on the other end, we're scoring.
I got a
Y'all can't
question
stop
for
us.
you, man. What's your thoughts on Kyrie's behavior towards the Celtics fan, man? Fingers,
I'm gonna say that.
throwing up fingers and stuff. Now, listen, before you go, I've said this. We've all said this. Have the same energy when they cheering your name. When they on you as well. Just play ball.
I agree.
All the fingers and telling the sucker, I won't say what he said, when he's walking out back to the locker room, but you have to have that same energy whether they cheering your name or booing your name. Just like Trey Young. Trey Young loves to boo. Boo me, because I'm gonna give y'all the business.
He reacts differently. So I'll say this. As a guy that talks shit with the fans, I get it. But then I was in college, right? This guy is a professional basketball player, and you have to now. You can talk shit like, yeah, but y'all can't stop me. You can do that, and I get Kyrie is saying some vulgar stuff to me because it's Boston. That's what they do. But Kyrie, some of this is you. See, some of this is that you said I'm coming back if y'all will have me, and then you left, and then in the playoffs that year you sucked. The team was better without you. And then you turn around and left. So, of course, they're going to mess with you every time you come back. Of course. Now, I get the vulgar stuff they saying to you and all that. But as a professional athlete, you got to be able to take it, bro.
Hey, Kev.
You can talk shit. It's a difference in talking shit. Like, I talk shit to the fans. I'm cool with that. It made the game fun. I never flipped off a fan.
Listen.
I never waited till after the game. I'm going to the locker room and told a woman to suck. Come on, man.
Maybe you're hungry.
You're a professional, bro.
You're
a professional.
But
you can't do that. So what are we saying, Ben? That's cool for kids.
I crack jokes about Lefty. Y'all. Everybody knows we play ball together, man. But when that old lady hit Lefty with the cane, he was very stoic. He did not, clap back. He went ahead and took that. He took that cane to the back.
That's because she was the same age as Virginia McCaskey. So
I really getting hit with canes, bro.
I really couldn't do nothing about it, but I was highly upset. But the lady was old as hell.
She clocked him one.
but look, man, look. Let's say y'all got kids and y'all kids in high school. Let's hypothetically say y'all kids in high school. Mm-hmm. So for the people that's like, yeah, Kyrie, they saying that to him. He could go back at them. It's all good, right? Had that same energy. But those people,
yeah.
If your kid watch Kyrie do that, and they in a heated game, throwing ribs, and somebody say something, your kid turn and flip the bird to the fans, or your kid talk to the fans out of pocket, is that all right? Are you saying have that same energy for your kid in high school? Because you saw Kyrie do it. So for those that are watching, and thought that was okay as a professional athlete. And again, you can talk shit or you won't. That comes with the territory. But this, you can't do that. The man told y'all heard what he said going to the locker room. Y'all remember that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that was okay too. Like as a professional, you can't do that. You just can't.
First of all, they shouldn't have the cameras back there while they're going into the locker room. He could have got away with that one. Like now you just got technology, cameras is every damn where.
Yeah, well, that's the world.
You can't do nothing. Camera phones and all that. But I don't know the problem. Well, this is you looking at a way like this didn't just start. The fans talking crazy to athletes,
especially in Boston.
Imagine what Jim Brown and them had to endure, and Hank Aaron's and Wilt Chamberlain, Jackie Robinson, and
Bill Russell in Boston.
Bill Russell being called niggas and things like that. You just have a more sensitive society now.
You're
society.
The word sensitive. Professional is just not about your skill set.
Right. But you just have these cats are way more sensitive. They clapping back on social media. They can't take it. But we didn't babyfy them. We didn't babyfy them out. I don't want to say what your father used to call it because we may get in trouble. But He didn't.
Yeah. Don't
You know what I'm saying? They
don't
didn't.
do it,
But I'm
Lefty.
saying that's
Don't do it.
the now they feel like, oh, you said something to me. You know, I can't. You know, say something back. Come on, man. You know, man, cats was getting spit on, gum thrown at him. Man,
Yeah.
this is always been like
Toughen up, basically.
Yeah, you just got to take it.
But what I'm saying
and let your talking be on the court. Win the game and then hit them with this one.
Trey
Win the game and hit them with that.
Trey Young does it all the time,
Yeah.
especially in New York. Now, I got a question for y'all. With the Sixers and Harden, is he hiding in the shadows right now because of the Maxey is balling? Maxey is balling, and the limelight is not on him because he's not having a great playoff series. He's not.
He's not hiding. He's not the same dude physically. If you watch him play, he can't even blow past people no more. He tries his best. He can't do it anymore. His body can't do it anymore. Now, maybe it's his hamstring ain't fully, I give him benefit of the doubt. I don't know. That ain't the same James Harden, dog. So he ain't had nothing. That's him right now. He's not physically healthy. Just me. He'll get exposed as the playoffs go. Because here come PJ Tucker. Here come, because they're on a collision course with, let's say, Miami. Here come PJ Tucker. Here come Jimmy Butler. Here come everybody, the little guard they got, Miami, the light-skinned dude, be hitting the threes. Like, he like a pit bull on defense.
Hero?
No, not Hero, the other cat. They drafted. He came from the G League. Forgot his name. He be hitting threes. He got braids, whatever his name.
Oh,
like, he's a pit bull on defense.
Yeah.
So, we'll see, Harden.
What's your thoughts, Lefty? Oh, Lefty. He's not physically. Just watch him. He can't blow past nobody no more. He can't, you know what I mean? That's why he defers a lot now. And yeah, the team is playing well, so he can get away with it. But they're going to need his offense against Miami. We're going to need you to be James Harden, sir. The worst coach-player series I've ever seen in the playoffs, the Wolves and the Grizzlies. Dude, this playoff series it's so much trash play in this series, man. This is just ridiculous, man. Am I the only one seeing this, man? The coaching has been horrible. The players' play has been horrible. You don't have 26-point leads and then blow them in a matter of. You don't go on a team goes on a 32-9 run, and you don't call a timeout.
No, they went on a 21-0 run.
You know what I'm saying?
They had 2 20-point leads in the same game and lost and didn't go to overtime. Now let that marinate. They had 2 20-point leads. First half, second half. And lost the game at home and didn't go to overtime. Let that marinate. So you let a team go on a 21-0 run in your building, and you didn't call a timeout. Pat Bev played in the playoffs before, right? Right? You're a vet on that team, correct? He should have called a damn timeout.
Listen.
What, you gonna get fired?
Let me tell you.
Stop the bleeding. Like either the players obviously can't do that. This ain't the Phil Jackson Lakers or Bulls to where I ain't calling timeout. Y'all figure it out. Well, them veterans. These are shorties.
Yeah.
And Karl Anthony Towns, dude, you need to look in the mirror. You need to realize that you ain't really all that.
So
you ain't all that.
So now think back when Jimmy was there. Jimmy said all of this stuff.
He did. And
now you're seeing it.
He did.
Now you're seeing it.
But the coach got to save the place.
The immature press conference. Come on, man. Come
on, next question.
Next question. I'm gonna go home and drink some wine and then come back. Dude, talking about losing the press conference, man.
Dude, you out here talking about next question. Like they have the nerve to ask you about the game. They have the nerve. Did you realize that the performance you just put on? You crying to the damn refs, you missing layups, flopping and shit. And then, next question. I'm gonna just go drink some wine. Dude, you suck. You're not that good. And it's being exposed. Now, to their credit, they're a young team. You got to figure it out in the playoffs. I get it. But then this is where your coach comes in. It got to be an assistant coach on the bench to say, "Hey, timeout. They lost. This is getting away from us. Call timeout. You got to gather, reel them in. Why are they paying you, dog? Why are they paying? Why are they paying you to coach the team and you're not coaching the team?
Dude,
like,
it's been so erratic. This
oh my God.
This entire series on both sides of the ball.
It's two young teams, though.
Both
two young teams.
It's like, man, you're killing me. What is going on?
Killing me, bro. Killing me. Just dumb. And Minnesota, and Barkley was pointing out. He was pointing out exactly what I was thinking. Bro, y'all play the dumbest basketball ever in life.
Man, dude, they're playing so dumb. Lefty, we talking about the Wolves and Greer series between the coaches and players. This is one of the worst series, and we were really excited about this series, man. But this has been a dumbass series with the coaches and the players, with the shot selections, the no timeouts. You know, the overall play has been just horrible.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I thought Minnesota coach probably forgot he had timeouts. I didn't know what the hell was going on that run.
Well, maybe
it's tough.
But the run was ridiculous because Anthony Edwards, he kind of had it going, and then Russell and Bev got in the game and was just chucking up, turning the ball over, took the ball out of Anthony Edwards' hands, and it was just like, okay, timeout. What the hell are y'all? Matter of fact, sub, get these two cats out.
And Anthony Edwards is 19 years old, and what he's doing is deferring to them because he like, okay, they older than me, they've been here, done that. So he's not like, hey, give me the damn ball. What are y'all doing? He ain't got to that point yet. But when the organization gives him the green light and say, hey man, this your squad. We're gonna make moves to do you. And when he gets that, I bet you they won't be doing it. Pat Bev has no business shooting the ball whatsoever. Stop shooting. I'd rather Russell to shoot. Karl Anthony Towns, when he feels like getting on the block, when he realizes he's a big man and not a damn 3-point shooter, get on the block, dog. You should be what's big boy from Memphis? Jaren
Jackson.
Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
You're taller than him. Put him on or Valentures. Put him on the block. Put him in foul trouble. Stop out here shooting threes, and then when you put the ball on the floor, you're crying to the refs. You're supposed to be better than this, bro. You're an all-star. But you're turning out to be a crybaby.
With these young players, I'm sick of this. To the ref. That's all, they got their hands up like they praying in the Catholic Church, man.
That's Karl Anthony Towns all day.
Karl Anthony Towns
you can't believe he fouled somebody.
He shrinks mentally. Like if you get 2 quick fouls on him, he's just completely out of the game. You know, that's something. You know, that's just something inside of you. You have to either adjust to how the refs are calling the game, you know, and stay in the game. I'll say it again. He's probably the most skilled big man in the league, but mentally he just don't have.
Yeah, mentally
he just does not have it.
When you went out, I was saying to Kev, Jimmy Butler said this years ago about him, and it ain't changed. But we came down on Jimmy like, Jimmy, man, you just a cancer in the locker room. No, he was right.
Yeah. Mentally, he definitely checks out. There needs to be a little more leadership on that team, and not Pat Beverly type leadership. A veteran that actually puts up some numbers and really affects the game. I mean, Bev will give you something here and there, but I mean, you don't tend to listen to somebody you know you can go and practice and score 40 on with your eyes closed. Right. He's not gonna be the dude you're gonna listen to, right? So you know they gotta. That's the best thing for them, you know.
Hey,
but see the man on this team is Edwards, but like I said, he's too young to take over the team because he's looking at Towns and he's looking at Bev and he's looking at Russell like, okay, y'all kind of my vets, right? That's how he's looking at it. Right. So, but in that huddle. They'll just have to be, because I know the organization got my back. I'm the best player. So I'm going to cuss them out. Y'all need to give me the damn ball, dog. Get the hell out the way. Give me the damn ball. Y'all off. He can say that, but he doesn't know he can say that right now. But he really can't.
Let's talk about a veteran team now. Golden State Warriors. they playing so well. Curry is coming off the bench right now in this series.
That won't be for long.
Right. This series alone, he said, let's not shake things up. I'm gonna come off the bench. Dude is playing 25 to 30 minutes max and dropping 30 off the bench.
And run off 30.
And Jordan Poole, I don't know what to say, but it's ridiculous that the transformation from this guy that was in the G League, didn't play a lot in his first year, had that dual contract in the G League, and now you can't stop this kid.
Dude, you give it up for him for working on his game. Number one. Number two, he's playing with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, Iguodala on an everyday basis. So he's gonna learn something, right?
If you don't need to be in the league.
Right, he gonna learn something. And to his credit, he went out and worked on his game. The boy can take you off the dribble. He out here shooting threes. He getting steals. Like, give him his credit. But what he's also doing is he's making someone trade bait.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting rid of him.
Yeah.
So either Wiggins, because you got to make room for him now. Wiggins.
But Wiggins playing good too, though.
Yeah, he is. But that boy got to play.
Wiggins your defensive guy.
I get it. Okay. Let's go down the line. Klay Thompson. Do they let him ride? I would say Steph ain't having that. Draymond ain't having that. But somebody got to go when they sign Jordan Poole, because they're going to sign him. So you got to make room.
His contract is up, man. That's going to be a difficult decision.
Or they just going to put election
on
tax.
the bay. Yeah, that too. That too.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, they can do that. They can do it. That'd be the easy way out.
Now, Kev, earlier you mentioned one of my favorite players in the playoffs right now, Jalen Brunson. When I say this dude is letting the world know, pay me, because he like night and day from the regular season to the playoffs. He had turned the switch on, and he is doing the damn thing. Lefty.
I'm gonna get. Oh, go ahead.
Lefty.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean,
Luka
not out there. He got the damn ball in his hands. I mean, that helps. You know what I mean? If you actually got more opportunities with the ball in your hand, you're not playing off the ball as much. Luka dominates the ball, so he taking advantage of his time. You know, he getting his shine on with it.
But
now,
he giving you everything. He is going to the basket, fadeaways. I mean, he doing it all.
Now let's see how he looked tonight with Luka back.
Oh, yeah.
He don't look the same.
Yeah.
Luka back in the lineup, man. It is what it is.
Well,
okay, you give Brunson credit because he's balling, right? He's on the road. But you got to get this to Jason Kidd. What Jason Kidd is doing, spreading Utah out.
Yeah.
If you notice, Jalen Brunson has one-on-one from the top of the key or the free throw line all the way to the basket. No one can help because he got all shooters on the perimeter, which is why Gobert can't play. That dude from Washington, the dude who shoot the threes, he's wide open in the corner every single time because Gobert ain't running out there, which means when Gobert leaves, Brunson going one-on-one with the guard. He's blowing past any guard that sticks him. He's killing Donovan Mitchell. He's killing Conley by himself.
Yeah,
but they can't help out
what they
because
doing
he got a bunch of shooters out there. So the lane is wide open.
And they running like a 1-4 baseline.
Yes.
Going back to my coaching.
He's going one-on-one.
And you can't stop him. And if you do bring the help, that perimeter man,
somebody open,
they come behind him. So once he gets in there and he turns, now everybody has dropped into the paint and he just feeding it out and they knocking it down. It's beautiful basketball, dog. Beautiful.
But to Lefty's point, I don't think Luka gonna come back and dominate the ball because he's coming off injury. I don't. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. He's gonna be a decoy.
Bro,
Brunson is playing too good.
This Brandon Ingram on, dog.
No, I'm trying to tell you, man. Brunson is playing too good to just take the ball out the boy's hands. That would be stupid on Jason Kidd.
If they do that.
That would be stupid. Luka could be your decoy. Yeah, you give him the ball. Yeah, but Luka got to move the ball. You can't dominate and go 1 mile an hour to the lane. Like he got to move the ball. He got to realize the team is playing good. Now, don't come in here and just
What are
be a
you
ball
gonna
stopper.
tell?
Now you a ball
What are
stopper.
you gonna tell Luka Doncic?
Hey man, that's
Jason
on Jason
Kidd can't
Kidd.
tell him nothing because
That's on Jason Kidd, man.
no, that's on whose side you think Mark Cuban gonna take? Luka's or Jason Kidd's?
Of
So
course you're
Luka
gonna take
gonna do what the
Luka.
hell he
But I'm
gonna
the
do,
coach of the
and
damn team.
Luka
You ain't
ain't
gonna
playing
come
off
in
the
here and be no
ball.
ball
You
stopper. I don't
already
give a
do.
damn. You ain't never won. Hell, you ain't never won nothing.
Luka does not play off the ball. Kid, Luka
No,
does
I'm not
not play
saying
off the
play.
ball. He's
No,
not
no,
gonna
no.
do it.
I'm not saying play off the ball. Period. I'm not saying that. But you cannot take the ball out of Brunson's hands, and you're the ball stopper. And now all of a sudden, everybody been shooting, and now we're gonna stand around and watch you. What a
Well,
string cat.
Yep.
Technically, I
That's
would take
how.
Man,
a
it's gonna mess up the rhythm of the team.
I would take a page out of Golden State book and bring him off the bench, let him run with the twos with the second squad more so than the first unit.
Okay. He gonna do that, Lefty? He gonna come off the bench?
Problem is, I don't think he'll do that. Number
Exactly.
one,
Exactly.
I definitely don't think he's gonna come off the bench. And the problem with a calf strain is you never know when you reactivate it, man.
That's true.
Right. So therefore, he has to start. He has to start.
He's pretty much one move to the left from pulling that again. I had a calf strain. It really don't heal. It take a long time for it to actually heal.
Well,
it's more than like a week or two.
Hey, Lefty, your injury report looked like one of the somebody in the county's rap sheet. You had every injury known to man.
I can definitely tell you about being injured. Definitely, yeah.
Well, Big Joe, he says Curry built different. You know, Curry understands it's all about winning. Luka,
yeah, but that's only gonna last so long, man.
I don't know if Luka there in his career, in his mind right now.
Bro, he cannot come in and be a ball stopper. The team is balling. They're feeding off each other. We can't all of a sudden give you the ball and everybody who's been hitting threes, Brunson been taking his man, all of a sudden we stop and watch you. Like you can't do that. You know, I'm just telling you, you're gonna mess up the rhythm of the team if he does.
So can y'all do we agree that it's over for the Nuggets team? They finna bust it up, especially after the skirmish with DeMarcus Cousins and Will Burton in the timeout. Can you say that the coaching kind of lost this team and they finna start busting it up?
Well, you know, when you missing a Jamal Murray and he's always a health risk. We already know he's never been able to stay healthy. So that's an issue in itself. But I don't know, man. They probably realize they peaked. It ain't too much more they're not gonna go no further than where they've been going. And so it makes sense to bust it up or try to make some type of move that can take them over the top.
Interchange some pieces, but
I mean you
do they start with the coach, Lefty?
In a sense, the Bulls are the Denver Nuggets of the East. Or they're gonna end up being the Nuggets of the East. They're gonna be stuck right in the same little area, you know, hoping they get over one year, and it's not gonna happen until they make a big move.
So do you
to answer your question, being no, you don't fire the coach. You don't fire the coach, man, because it's not his fault. That's number one. Number two, Mike Malone, this ain't got nothing to do with Mike Malone.
But when you lose the team, what happens?
I don't think he's lost the team. I think the team is apart themselves. That's why they arguing with each other. They look defeated against Golden State. Like they looked around like ain't a damn thing we could do.
They frustrated.
Now, they hardest. And I agree, they missed Jamal Murray. Things would be different. I 100% agree with that. But Aaron Gordon is a bust. He doesn't fit. You could tell it's not a team chemistry. Now they not 1, 2, 3 Cancun like Utah. Utah is done. You gotta break them up. Like that team been together 5-6 years, bro. Yeah. Same result. You lose in the first round, you blow a lead in the second round. Like this is competitive with you. This is dog. Goodbye. Like
the man said 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Dude, they got 1 foot out the door.
I'll be right back.
I'm just trying to tell you, man. Look, Utah is done. You can look at them. Donovan Mitchell has 1 foot in New York, and 1 foot at his crib in Utah, pack.
So okay, Kev, I got
I'll tell
another
you.
question for you. As a player, we both have played. I understand that Embiid is a huge beast, but if he went past your coach and told him to shut the fuck up and stop whining about fouls during the game, as a player, what you doing?
I'd have ran over there and pushed the shit out of him. Whether either I was on the bench or if I was on the floor, I don't care if I was under the goal, under the basket. If I'd have seen that, first of all, you arguing with my coach, first off. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna run over there just off that. But I'd have been to Haslam looking at Butler. What we ain't gonna do is talk to my damn coach like that. Ain't gonna do that.
So Lefty,
just off GP, I would have ran over there and pushed him.
I asked him the question as a player.
I don't know what's going on.
If Embiid would have told your coach to shut the fuck up and stop whining about calls during the game, what would you do as a player?
Flagrant 2, next play. Flagrant 2.
You'd have waited till the game started. I would have ran over there and pushed him, get him up off my coach's face right now.
No, flagrant. Well, let's say 2 get you kicked out, right? A nice flagrant 1.
2 get you kicked out.
Right.
A nice flagrant 1. Get them together.
So you'll wait for the next play.
Yeah, I definitely.
You let him stand over there and mouth off in front of at your coach at the bench.
This is where you make that sub for your big man, the last one to come off the bench. You sub in. You give him that look. He knows what to do.
He shouldn't have to sub. He's sitting right there looking at like somebody should have ran. It was no players ran over there.
But the problem is the ref shouldn't even allow that. That even like he should have been teched up. He should be teched up right away because like it's gonna take it starting a melee for them to be like, okay, we can't allow him to just be up in a coach's face. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is none of the players reacted, even the ones on the bench. What was that about?
Well, if you get off the bench, you get suspended.
No.
You can't leave the bench.
Bro, he's right, he's at the bench. He's in front, he's talking to my coach.
Yeah.
I got the right to get off the bench and push his ass. Now, if you suspend me, then you suspend me.
Them cats sitting on the bench can't afford no game check.
Lefty, you make some sense on that. That's why I say you right. That flagrant 1, you go ahead and take that one. You take that one.
Take that one, man. You got, hey, man, look, I'd have pushed the dude from in front of my coach. That's how I would have had it. But I'm from a different era. Apparently, it's all good now. Apparently.
Yeah, so, man, it's crazy. These playoffs has been very interesting, you know. So, for a sports fan, you know, NFL, the way they playoffs and, you know, the Super Bowl, all of that was amazing. Now we rolled into NCAA. That right there was March Madness was bananas. Now we got the NBA playoffs. For a fan, man, this has been crazy. So, Kev, right now, when we're looking at the East, who's your favorite to come out? Out of all that's been going on right now, if you had to pick somebody today, who would it be?
Brings me back to KDL's view, man. Philly was on a roll and was like headed straight towards Miami. Even if Miami will get out this Atlanta series, by the way. But without Middleton, man, I might go with Miami because of the Middleton and Embiid injury. I don't think Boston will beat Miami in a series. I don't think Boston would beat Philly. I just don't. But right now, Miami. If you ask me to pick today, April 23rd, Miami.
So, Lefty, pose the same question to you. And we only in the East right now. How the playoffs have been going on. I asked you today, who's coming out the East? Who's your favorite?
Whew, it's a tough call because, you know, originally going in, I saw maybe 4 teams that could realistically come out of the East. But between injuries, I'm gonna go dark horse, man. If Boston whoop Brooklyn, I think they tough because They have full strength. They get the big center back. The way Jaylen Brown and Tatum ball, and I go back to it, defense. The way them boys defend, man, I could see them coming out.
They play the
I
winner of
could
the Bulls,
definitely see them
Milwaukee,
coming
though.
out. Without Middleton, it still could be an issue, though. Because Middleton, what, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah.
At least 3.
So, yeah, 2-3 weeks. And Boston had home court. So, yeah, I could see it be a problem. Drew Holiday and Marcus Smart be a good defensive matchup, you know. And the problem with the wings is Holiday can only guard either Brown or Tatum. He can't guard both. So
you're not gonna guard Tatum. You're gonna guard Brown.
Yeah, guard Brown, and then to me, Boston has the full package. They got the length, you know. They got the wings who can score. They defend well. So they look like the best, especially since All-Star break. They've been one of the best teams in the league.
Hey,
and it's carrying over into the playoffs.
Are y'all sleeping on what is it, Pritchard? I think he's from Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
He's from Oregon. I told y'all about him 2 years ago. Y'all ain't listening.
Oh my God, he come off the bench.
Oregon.
He come off the bench like the microwave.
2 years ago, told you about the boy. He's just coming into his own now. Had to find his niche.
So, Lefty, I'm gonna run it back to you. We out west now. Who's your favorite right now, as of today? Who's your favorite to come out?
If you're gonna talk about it today, it's Golden State. I mean, like today, but it could be somebody else by next week. But today, looking at who's playing the best, is Golden State, hands down. Phoenix, I think the Booker thing is going to catch up with them when they play a better team. You know, like if Booker has to sit out for the second round, because they will have to go against who?
They played the winner of Dallas and Utah.
Yeah. So if Phoenix has to go with Dallas and Luka's healthy, Phoenix have to. If Phoenix has to run to Dallas without Booker and Luka's healthy, that could be a problem. That's a problem.
Well, see, hold on, because Luka ain't gonna be 100% either. So now you got to look at who's best, Phoenix or Dallas. Take out Luka and Booker. See, it always comes down to the team.
Then it's Phoenix. But Luka's gonna have some games on this belt. Book may still be out. That's what I'm going on. What is right?
I don't think Booker's gonna start the second round. I don't think he's gonna start. Like, he won't be there for game 1.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Ivan, can I get some old school versus new school, man? You know I like. All right. You know the rules: skill set, athleticism, clutch. So, you know, after watching the Bulls, you know, I decided to throw DeMar Rosen in here. But I'm matching him up with Richard Rip Hamilton today. Rip and DeMar, skill set, athleticism, clutch. KDL, I'm going to come to you first. Who you rocking with?
I mean, it'd be blasphemy to say Hamilton over DeRozan clutch. So I can't do that. So he gets my clutch right off the bat. Athleticism, skill set. I think Rip Hamilton is a little more athletic than DeRozan. Skill set though. Rip take. Hold on. Let me think. I got Rip for athleticism. DeMar for clutch. I'm gonna say DeMar for skill set.
So you're going with the
because I could go dribbling, I could go shooting, I can go, you know, just overall skills. Rip was a bad boy back in his day, though, especially at Connecticut. I got to go DeRozan with that.
Lefty, you seem like you got some issues with Kev. Where you going?
No, I'm just it's tough because I mean, even though, like, I mean, you can compare a mid-range game, but Rip was kind of off the ball catch and shoot guy, and DeMar's kind of a ISO guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to really say skill set. I think Rip was probably a better defender. So I say skill set, draw, athleticism, whew, close to a draw. I done seen both of them kind of surprise you with a little something you ain't think they can do, you know, just out of nowhere.
Mhm.
Clutch. Before this year, I would have gave it to Rip, but after seeing what DeMar's done this year, I'll give the slight edge to DeRozan on that one.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna jump in here. Clutch. I'm gonna go DeRozan. I'm with you on that, Kev. Athleticism. I'm gonna kind of throw that as a draw. Now, when I get into skill set, I'm gonna bring in the basketball IQ part about it, and I'm giving a slight edge to DeMar on the skill set because of his basketball IQ. Now, Kev, you was spot on when you said Rip was a bad boy, especially when he came into the league. You know, once he got into his later years with Detroit, yeah, he kind of fell into a certain role. But I'm looking at his career as a whole. I'm getting a slight edge to DeMar, so I'm going new school today.
Yeah, and if y'all notice, I went new school today too. I usually go old.
But I think he gets a little. DeMar kind of gets the advantage on what he did this year, you know. But over career, and isn't playing off the ball a skill set? Like Rip was deadly off the ball, running off screens.
Yeah.
He was a slasher. Like Rip could do a little bit of like DeMar is just is an ISO guy. Give me the ball, let me work. That's why he struggled in San Antonio.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
If you want to put that as a skill set, okay.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
You're gonna put that as a skill set, okay.
What up, Marshall?
Being able to play off the ball, you know, run off screen. Have y'all noticed how many offensive fouls are called on screens, and it's not the big man's fault, even though he gets the foul? Yeah. Like you remember the drills when you ran the guy off the screen? Yeah. These guys make moves before the big man even get there to set the screen, and they end up getting called for fouls. You know.
Well, I mean, first of all, you set them up to run him off the screen.
Well, yeah, you run them off the screen, but these guards are making moves before the bigs are set.
The coach
then
told you.
But then the big trying to get his body on the guy he's supposed to be screening because you already made your move.
Your coach always told you to rub shoulders.
You're supposed to rub shoulders.
Rub shoulders.
But you're supposed to let him get set.
Let him get set.
Yeah. So.
Not only that, you're supposed to run the screen where you come off wide enough to where, like, the goal is to run your man into the screen. That's the goal. Like you said, you can't take off. Okay, I know the play, and I just take off before Embiid sets. Now Embiid trying to move out, so he
right.
He's trying to clip the defender so he can, you know, free you up. And the refs catching it all day. So I thought those are the underrated skill sets. Like I thought guys on San Antonio like Parker and them were great at that. Yeah. You know, being able to do things like that. So Rip had a skill set different from DeMar. He had a skill set.
Yeah. All right. I can swing with you on that.
I give you that.
All right. We're gonna move on to number 2. Thought y'all might like this one. I threw James Harden out there, right? So I'm matching him up against Mitch Richmond, Run TMC.
Oh.
And Lefty, I'm coming.
Are we talking regular season James Harden?
Yes.
Regular season James Harden. Right?
Yes.
Like Houston Rockets James Harden is
yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
That's another tough one, man. You hit me with
a Mitch was that dude. Ooh, he was that dude.
But it's just like with the last matchup. Mitch was an off the ball, more catch shoot type. Harden is an ISO dude, man.
Not early in his career, dog. He could take you off the dribble. He used to get Jordan Fitz.
Right. Not saying he can't take you off the dribble, but he wasn't an ISO guy like that. You know?
Yeah,
Like that's tough.
y'all probably remember Golden State Mitch. I remember Kansas State Mitch Richmond. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So, Lefty, let's go. Skill set, athleticism, clutch. Let's run it.
Damn, man. Skill set.
I try to challenge y'all basketball knowledge and stuff on that, man.
Skill set, I'll go with. Overall, I'm gonna go Mitch. Athleticism, I'll take Harden. Pre-gyro Harden.
Pre-gyro and chicken wings at the strip club, Harden.
Exactly. Pre-gyro Harden. Not the one that come in with the muscle jersey on. The muscle jersey, not that hard. Clutch. Man, I'm gonna have to go. It got to be a draw, man. Harden has did some clutch. I mean, Harden has hit some big shots in his career. Mitch was that dude. That's a hard cause. I'm gonna go draw on that one.
All right, KDL. You can go back to your Kansas State days because you were in Kansas seeing this cat get buckets.
Kansas City Smack Man, baby.
Hey, man. Kansas State Mitch was a monster. You hear me? Now, I got Sacramento. I got Golden State. Got all that. But K-State Mitch was a monster, bro. Like, trust me on that. But clutch, I got to give it to both of them. Because Mr. hit some shots in his day, too. You know what I mean? Especially with the Kings. The Golden State was cool, but with the Kings, he was that dude, man. K-State, y'all already know he was that dude.
Run TMC, baby.
Yeah, I mean that, so clutch, I got to give it to both of them. Like you said, yeah, and Harden didn't hit some shots in his heyday, so I can't take the clutch away. Athleticism, before Mitch got fat, I would have gave it to Mitch, but I got to give it to Harden on the athletic tip. Skills, I'm going Mitch. That's just me. Like. Right. Harden can shoot, Harden can dribble, Harden can, I got all that. He's a scorer, But Mitch was that dude.
All right. Now,
put some respect on his name.
Clutch, man, this right here was a difficult one when I was matching this one up. And I'm gonna get a slight nod to Harden because Harden, I'm not like you said, Lefty. I'm taking fat Harden out. I'm talking Harden was clutch as hell. So I'm gonna get that clutch.
Pre-muscle shirt hard.
Right. Athleticism, I'm gonna go with Mitch. Because Mitch was both sides. He was two-way. He played defense, he played, offense and get you buckets. I'm gonna go Mitch. Skill set, I'm gonna call this one a draw. So overall, it's a draw. Mitch and James, I know Law, you out there, you Harden, I get you, but I'm gonna call a draw on this one. I think they evenly yoked.
Yeah.
When you look down on it, but I'm just trying to challenge y'all basketball minds, the fans, you two guys, man.
Yeah. Now Harden never seen a basketball he wanted to defend. I can tell you that much.
So if that's part of skill sets, that's another reason I'm going with it.
Right. He ain't never seen somebody want to guard. No.
If Olay was a person.
In fact, he was like, I'm saving my energy for offense, fam.
Hey, listen, that's been old school, new school, man. I know y'all love this segment, man. The fans, you two guys, I know y'all be like, this dude, what he be thinking? I just be trying to challenge y'all basketball minds, man.
It's definitely challenging. You challenging. You definitely challenging.
Because the problem is some of these old school players, a lot of people don't remember, like in their prime, bro. Like Mitch was that dude,
right?
But then he got old on us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm trying to challenge everybody's mind when it comes to old school versus new school. I'll keep this running for you guys, and I got some doozies for y'all next week too.
Dang.
So, who you smoking with? And my question for you guys: who is the future of the NBA? Ja Morant, 22. Booker, 25. Trae Young, 23. Jason Tatum, Brown, 24 and 25. Devontae Murray, 25. And I throw in LaMelo Ball at age 20. Who's
Did we
going
do this
to
last week?
I'm giving it to you again.
Sounds like we did.
I'm giving it to you again. Because I don't think we really kind of ran through this real quick because I think we was running out of time. We was in overtime. So looking at the playoffs, only person that's not in these playoffs is probably the Murray and Ball, but everybody else is in the playoffs. You've seen them do work. Booker did go down. Who's going to be that face? Who's going to be that face? Now that you have seen them in the playoffs, who can carry that torch and the NBA could put a lot of backing behind and make them that dude?
It's gonna if you talk about on the court, the way Ja excites the crowd, I'll give it to Ja Morant. Like he's just so, electrifying, what he's able to do at that height. And he seems to be getting better and better. Like that jump shot's set shot. It seems to be improving year by year. If you want to go off like that face to put on TV or something along with the skill set, it could be Tatum. It could be Tatum. He got the light-skinned baby hair thing going on. You know what I mean? He got the, he could be the dude. He got his little genuine going. He could be him.
KDL.
I think the league wants it to be Ja, but international wise, I'm gonna say Luka, but they might not let Luka be the face of the NBA.
No, never.
I would say Devin Booker because I think he's gonna win more. But and I don't think they're gonna let it be Trae Young. So by default, I'm gonna say Ja Morant. I don't think Tatum would be the face of the league.
Well, now that I've watched some playoffs games and stuff, I gotta agree with it being Ja because his upside. Because if he gets him a better jump shot, man, the ceiling is so high for this cat. But one thing that everybody has been saying during these games, he got to stay off the floor, man, because when he goes to the floor, I'm trying to see who said it best. That floor ain't no give in the floor. When you hit the floor, you hit the floor, and that's banging your body up.
You got the Iverson and the Wade syndrome.
Yeah, you got that Iverson Wade thing.
Yeah, you hitting the floor so much,
and you get a lot of injury.
The floor don't care.
Yep.
Basketball is not meant to be played from the damn ground.
Facts.
It's just not meant to be played from the ground, and it's AD's problem to always on the ground.
But I was gonna say somebody tell Street Clothes that.
MB 280, and look up, and he flailing around the floor like a fish out of water. Man, get your big ass up. Like, you got to play strong. And I always wonder where they grow up playing, because we grew up playing on concrete. You didn't want to hit the damn concrete.
You do not.
You did everything in your power not to hit the concrete.
But all these players now playing inside courts, ball.
Yeah, and that soft stuff, man. We play outdoor.
You ain't playing on the concrete. Because you hit the concrete, you getting bandaged.
You get them scrapes with the little rocks in them.
Your elbow.
You ever had Mercure cone?
I was just about to go there, Lefty. I was just about to go there.
My mama pull that stuff out so fast, like put some Mercure cone on it. That burn with some alcohol.
Your whole arm be red.
Man.
Then your mama be like, come here. Hold still.
You try to put some water on it. You try to put some water on it. So you don't try to get that put on. I'm all right. I'm good.
Hold still, damn it.
Skin hanging off your arm. I'm talking about I'm good. I don't need that on there.
Listen, I can't let us go without going in the box. So, Ivan, let's go in the box real quick. On some NFL. Let's go in the box.
Okay, people, you know what time it is. It's time to go in the box. Brought to you by Humidor Sports and Cigars. Oh yeah, and we're sponsored by Clouds of Smoke Cigars. Let's get it.
Okay, man, we done talked NBA, but we cannot go without going in the box on the NFL, and I call this Pay Me Now. And I say this Pay Me Now because 49ers wide receiver Deebo Samuels has requested a trade for a new contract. A.J. Brown wants a new contract. They both got the same agent, Tory Dandy, and they both entering the final year of their contracts, and they see all this wide receiver money being thrown out there. Tariq Hill, 4 years, $30 million. Devontae Adams, 5 years, $28 million. Stephon Diggs, 2 year, $24 million. You got Chris Godwin, he got a 3 year, $20 million. Even Mike Williams, 3 years, $20 million. Now these players are canceling their social media on their teams and all of that stuff. Dude, what is really going on, man? Is this do you find this being nuts? Are these players correct in what they trying, what they want? Remember, football, you one game away from being out the league. One hit, one turn, one broken bone. So they trying to get paid now. Let's go on here, talk about it. And Lefty, I'm gonna let you kick this off. Let's go in the box like we do in the cigar shop. Let's go.
You know how I feel. I don't pay receivers and running backs. I don't care what nobody say. These teams that have done that will regret it. You're going to mess around and lose a good offensive lineman or good defensive players because you're receiving your quarterback eating up 25% of your cap. It does not work. It never has worked. But looking at it from an agent side, the player side, if that's the market is set. So you're supposed to go for the money. Like if that's the ongoing rate, that's your agent's job to get you the bag. So I don't blame them for it. If I was these organizations, I would Bill Belichick you and be like, goodbye. Put them on a trade block. Goodbye. I wouldn't pay them. But
you got this all started with Christian Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
The Jaguars was putting that bag out there for
reset
him,
the market,
and the Cards had to match it or they was gonna lose it. So they paid him that bag, and it's been a domino effect ever since. KDL. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Left, and then KDL.
No, I was just saying, but that's the agent's job. Like, hey, this guy getting paid this. My guy deserves to get paid more. Like, make it happen. So that's he's doing his job, man.
Is Deebo worth that type of money?
So first of all, they all coming into their last year under their rookie deals, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The main one here that really has the beef is Deebo, because Deebo is caught in the middle of being a running back or a receiver. He wants receiver money. His numbers say that. They got him as a running back. 49ers use him all kind of ways. Deebo wants his loot. I get that. Now, do you pay Deebo now, or do you let this man go into his last year, have a hell of a year again? Now you got a decision to make, San Francisco, when you could have locked him up this year. Now, way they going about it, I don't necessarily agree with all that. I like Kyler Murray. Think he needs to shut up. But we're talking about the receivers. A.J. Brown is cool with Tennessee. They ain't going to let him go. He'll be all right. That's Derrick Henry's team. A.J. will be okay. Deebo is the most interesting. And who's the third one that did it? Is Deebo,
right?
Deebo, A.J. Brown, and somebody. They all got the same agent. Dude in Washington.
Oh, yeah, McLaren.
Terry. He has a point, too. He has a point, too. Like, they wide receiver is nothing without him. So he has a point, too. I forgot about him. McLaren or whatever.
McLaren, yeah.
McLaren. He has a point, and Deebo has
all three of them got the same agent. That's crazy.
Get the bag. Get the bag.
Now, so out of that, I think McLaren should get paid also. I forgot about him. He should get paid also. But we're talking about Dan Snyder, who is a complete idiot, and the whole organization is trash. So look for Washington to screw it up. But Deebo, come on now, pay that man.
This is really Christian Kirk's fault.
Without Deebo.
This is Christian Kirk's fault. Like nobody expected a wide receiver in this free agency to get what he got. And then, hey, look, I mean, good for him and his agent, but He's the one that's really doing like. That's why I believe these guys are like, hey, you know what? He went out and got that. We know we play better than him. You know, and they play better. All these guys have performed way better than a Christian Kirk. So I think Christian Kirk and however the hell he got that money with the Jaguars, go figure. However he got that money,
he reset the whole market though.
Exactly, and I don't know if he's that dude. Like I don't know if he's
no,
going.
he's not.
Or if he wasn't that dude in Arizona. I don't know if he's going to be that dude even with the Trevor Lawrence and a Doug Peterson in Jacksonville. I just don't know if he's that, but he fucked it up for everybody.
Look, this is a deep wide receiver draft. I would personally, like I always say, I would trade them, get some picks, and draft some receivers. The one thing San Fran probably has once they get rid of Garoppolo is that Trey Lance is on a rookie deal. You know, so your cap ain't dead yet. So you got a quarterback.
So they can afford it. Would you admit that?
Huh?
Would you admit they can afford it? Because more than likely, Garoppolo gonna be gone anyway. He comes off the book. They can afford it
because they got Lance for what, 4 more years. You know, exactly. That rookie deal. So
yeah.
You know,
so they can afford it. They can afford it. And Washington can afford it, but Washington is stupid. They'll screw it up. So McLaurin, who's clearly their best receiver, he deserves to get paid, but I'm telling you, they'll screw it up.
Who's throwing the ball, right, Fitzpatrick? Who was Washington's quarterback?
Your boy Carson Wentz now.
Yeah, but the young boy,
Carson Wentz.
The young boy is gonna have that job. I believe.
Dude, they just traded for Carson Wentz.
And Carson Wentz getting a bag, ain't he?
They just traded for him. He ain't going nowhere soon.
I forgot Carson Wentz is over. Okay, yeah.
See what I mean? They'll screw it up. So don't worry about it. But I think San Fran, they're an entirely different team without Debo.
Oh,
like I get, you know, hey man, we don't want you to do this publicly, but hey.
But he's also demanding. He's also saying he don't want to be a running back no more. So he's kind of like, you know, is he handcuffing him? Now you saying on top?
He's trying to get that wide receiver money though.
But, right. So on top, maybe it's just for the bag, but on top of that, I want the money. I'm gonna tell you how to use me.
Well, now you can't do that.
That ain't how it works.
Right. That's definitely not how it works.
Now they'll Belichick his ass for that. They'll Belichick him on that.
Lefty,
especially with a rookie quarterback.
You have been strong on your stance that you don't pay running backs and wide receivers because you can get those in the
draft,
the 3rd through the 6th round. You can get those, and your team can still work because it's always a hungry player that's trying to make it at those positions, and you get a lot of diamonds in that 3rd to 6th round.
Yep. That's what makes the timing of these players and this year doing this messed up, man. Because it's a wide receiver draft, dog. Like this, timing is bad.
Ivan was correct. Christian Kirk's agent, he messed up the game. He messed up the game.
Yeah,
but you can look at what Minnesota did with Diggs, right? They moved on from Diggs and they drafted Justin Jefferson.
Right.
They're good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can it's just in a salary cap league. If it wasn't a cap, I'd be like, pay him. But I'm not going to lose a great linebacker or a pass rusher or a defensive tackle who affects the game more than just when the ball's being thrown to him. I'm not going to lose one of them for a diva wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Just to satisfy him.
You got to look at Kansas City.
Debo a bad boy, man.
They said, see you, Tyreek Hill. Kansas City said, all right, see you.
Yeah.
But I had to laugh when they brought in the dancer and Juju, but
he missed the TikTok.
Because but you know what? But KC at some point, KC needs a defense.
And they got Scanlon from Green Bay.
Yeah, but KC needs a defense at some point. So you paying Mahomes and Tyreek Hill all this money. How you gonna fill your defensive needs? You know what I'm saying? Like at some point
they made a conscious choice. They made a conscious choice and said, all right, see you later.
No, they offered him a contract. He turned it down.
Yeah.
Andy Reid said that. Don't act like we didn't offer the man a contract.
He did this.
But like you said, hey man, we ain't going overboard like that. Hey dog, it is what it is. Hey Mahomes, he gone. I'm just giving you a heads up for you see it on ESPN. He gone.
And let's see how that contract work out for Miami with Tua throwing to Tyreek Hill and not Mahomes. Let's see how that works.
Well, if he run 10 to 15 yard routes, he good. Now, if you try to go deep, good
It's
luck.
over. Right, it's over. And Tua can't buy time like Mahomes can for him to even use that speed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's been in the box, man. These crazy wide receiver deals, man. It's been crazy in the NFL. But going to a little overtime. We in overtime, fellas. I saw this man, 7-time Pro Bowl safety Earl Thomas, age 33, wants to come back in the NFL. Last played in 2019 when he was cut by the Ravens. Now he had some trouble incidents late in his career where he gave the middle finger to Pete Carroll when he's in Seattle. He punched the Ravens safety in practice. Then his wife got arrested in 2020 for pulling a gun on him for cheating. So this dude has been he went from, Pro Bowl to a shit show. Now he wants back in the league. Lefty, what's your thoughts on this one, man?
None. No, he's not getting back in the league. Like, no one's gonna stand. First of all, you the old man. You 33 years old with a trouble past. You ain't had a good season since you got that big deal in Seattle. And was that where did he leave after Seattle?
He's with Seattle.
He was with Seattle. He was trying to get traded to Dallas. He was trying to get traded to Dallas, and they wouldn't let him go. And then he hurt himself as he was trying to get that trade.
Yeah, it's not no. I mean, if he come back, maybe a team-friendly deal, maybe camp somebody go down or something like that. But and then on top of you got off-field issues. Nah, it's too much. It's way too much.
You're gonna have to wait the training camp, man, to see if somebody get hurt. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to wait on that. Around the preseason or something like that. Somebody, he gonna have to wait on that.
Ain't Honey Badger still out there in free agents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and he younger. You know what I'm saying? So no, he gonna have to wait in line.
But the rumor has that he's headed to New Orleans. He just ain't signed yet.
Okay, well,
Honey
Badger.
It all sounds good, but sometimes when it's you had your run, did your thing, you got your ring, go home.
Now, speaking of comebacks, we had to talk about Cap. Cap now is talking about he wants to come back and be a backup. So KDL, I'll let you go first. Lefty is rubbing his hands because he got something to say on this. So let's go.
I don't know if Lucky gonna say this, so I'm gonna say it first. Colin Kaepernick, you will never play in the NFL ever again in life. Now, maybe your moratorium is over, and now you can speak, and now you're willing to be a backup and all this. This is after you wore the Kunta shirt at a location that you weren't supposed to be at when they gave you a last try. But that's neither here nor there. We're in 2022. Guess what? They meant this. You will never play in this league again, buddy. Now, I don't know if you're going to do your own workout. Doubt if someone gives you a shot to come in training camp. I doubt it.
Yeah, if he just did a workout, his former coach set it up for him. He was throwing
that's his man.
At halftime of the Michigan spring game.
He be up there speaking to that's his man. Harbaugh still look out for him.
Yeah. Jay-Z gave you the shot, but like you said, he wore the Kunta shirt, changed the venue and all of that. He kind of blew he blew that one up.
Yeah.
He listened to his lady on that one.
The biggest
go ahead, Lefty.
issue.
You probably gonna let's see how you feel.
Stop. You sued him. You sued him. You publicly put them out there. Now I salute on taking a stance for what you did, but when you did that, you sacrificed it. It's over. And for you to beg, it's almost like now you're begging. You're doing too much, fam. I get it. And it's something called a USFL. Go over there and prove yourself. Show you can ball out, and then somebody may pick you up, maybe not. But if it's really just about playing football, go over to the USFL or something, bro. And that you can't. It's almost like, hey, y'all forgot about me. I'm still here. Hey, I want to play. Come on, man. You can't. Come on, dog. You gonna sue your job. Take the money, right? Court and all that shit. Take the money, and 2-3 years later, you're gonna try to apply again for another job. Do that make sense? Do that make sense, bro? Stop. To me, it's diminishing what he stood for. he's diminishing it now. You didn't put the NFL out there as being racist and all this, which I agree. I agree to some aspects, and you did bring forth some type of change, helped out. You got Jay-Z helping with the Super Bowl highlight, all that. We give you credit for it, bro. Take it and be happy with it. Write a book,
And
like
they
go
got
do
paid.
something else. Yeah, you got paid. Go do something else. The little Nike shoe thing didn't work. Ain't nobody wearing your t-shirts no more. Now I want to go back to the league. I've got some unfinished business. Don't sit your ass down. Sit your ass down, man. Sit down, dude. It's over. You look. It's a bad look. It's a horrible look.
And like you said, why don't you just go to the USFL if it's about football? You could be over there balling. Maybe.
Right.
I doubt it, but maybe somebody will see you over there and say, "Hey, he still can play."
Right.
Right.
Do that.
That is true. If
If
you
you
want
think
to
you're
play,
just gonna work back in the NFL, like you said, you sued them. You're nuts.
if you really love this game and you want to play, Lefty, I gotta agree with you. Go over to USFL.
Go play.
And show them what you got.
He could be the dude in the USFA. The dude. He be the face of that league.
They got They got a TV contract with USA Sportsnet. They got the TV contract, so they got.
I think they on right now. I believe they on right now.
I'm watching them right now.
Yeah,
they are.
So they got some money, so you can get a check.
If it's about football,
right?
Or is it about playing in the NFL to say, yeah, I sued them? What is it really about? Because, like you said, if it's really about football, well, there's another league to go play.
It's coming off. It's coming off like an attention whore. It's coming off kind of like an attention whore. All that going to Michigan and play. What the hell does throwing a football to college campus got to do with the damn NFL? Stop. You're 33 years old. You ain't played in 6 years. It's over.
Facts.
It's over.
Facts. Now, speaking of NFL, the Christmas games. Christmas is owned by the NBA, right? So the NFL are going to throw 3 games up on Christmas for the first time. Now they're going to be competing with the NBA. That's strong.
I think that was disrespectful because the NBA never does anything on the Super Bowl, right? It's all about y'all. So for the NFL to do that on Christmas, knowing Christmas Day is big for the NBA, is bogus at best. But that just shows you how greedy the NFL is. We want to just control everything. It's all about us. So the NBA should counter and do a triple header on the Super Bowl Sunday. See how they feel about that.
I totally disagree.
I bet you wouldn't like that, NFL.
I kind of agree with Kevin. I agree with Kevin.
I got to totally disagree with you all because Christmas, during Christmas, those are meaningful NFL games. Some damn basketball
games. Don't do it on Christmas Day, man. You already know this, dog.
Christmas Day in the NBA.
Don't do that.
It's just great matchups. It doesn't affect the playoffs. It doesn't affect no seeds. It's not even halfway through the season yet.
Bruh, we're not talking about the meaningful of the games. We're talking about the day they're doing it.
In the heart of the NFL season, right before the playoffs.
But why you ain't never did it before then?
I don't know. You have to ask them about it.
They should take over Thanksgiving.
So you're doing this on purpose.
They should take over Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving games ain't shit. You know that. Right. You get Dallas and Detroit. Dallas and Detroit, maybe they're playing somebody good that's gonna whoop their ass. But that's it. But Thanksgiving is a big NFL, it's a big NFL mark on the calendar. So I would say that if you're in the NBA, put 4 games on Thanksgiving. I bet you ain't nobody gonna watch Detroit.
And the NFL will counter by putting Mahomes, Brady, and Rodgers all on Thanksgiving, and that'll be the counter right there.
Well, do that, but you can't. You know the NBA, dog. You know the NBA is huge on Christmas. You know that as a league. Why would you do that?
They don't owe you nothing. They don't owe the NFL owe the NBA shit.
Hey, Adam Silver, counter. Put a quadruple header on Christmas Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. See how they like that.
And it'll be 4 people watching it. The Super Bowl, they can't touch Super Bowl. You gotta be smart.
Yeah, you can't touch Super Bowl.
You can't touch a Super Bowl. Super Bowl is a whole day of. Come on now.
Now for a fan,
that's like us throwing a party at the day that shows a few picnic. Why would we do that?
Okay. You might not be able to do it on Super Bowl Sunday. I give you that. Okay, but you can mess up something for them. mess up wild card weekend. Like, do something. You got to counter that. You can't let them take over. You can't do that. You got to counter. I get it. Too much money, Super Bowl. They probably can't do nothing Super Bowl. I get that. Totally get it.
Hey, for the
but
fan,
you got to
though,
mess up wild card weekend. You got to do something, bro.
But think about it. For the fan that likes both sports, that's a hell of a day.
Come on, man. That's not fair. That's unfair, dog. That's unfair. Everybody knows that's the beginning of the season, basically Christmas Day. That's the ratings for the NBA.
Hey.
And you're going to jump in your conglomerate ass.
This right here will be the fans' best friend on Christmas Day.
That's right.
Flipping.
Adam Silver got to think
you know
of
what I'm saying?
No, I agree. It's very greedy. It's definitely greedy on NFL's part. I'll give you that. But I would rather watch a game with playoff implications in the NFL than an NBA matchup during Christmas. I just would. I'd rather watch KC versus Buffalo than damn Giannis versus KD or something like that. I'd rather watch the football game. That's more meaningful.
So schedules haven't been set.
Ain't right, dog.
So watch you have some marquee games on both sides, NFL and NBA. They come in with their heavy hitter games on those days. Guaranteed.
And ain't no guarantee the Stars gonna even play on Christmas in the NBA.
Well, that's true. That's why they gonna stop all that.
Your key matchup gonna be Bruce Brown versus Bobby Portis. That's gonna be the key matchup on Christmas Day.
Hey, fellas, that's been our overtime segment, man. We went into straight overtime today to give you just a little bit more because it was a lot to talk about, man. So that's how we do, and this is how we do in the cigar shop, man. We talk sports, we crack jokes, put smoke in the air, and a little bit kiki and ha mixed in.
Wow.
Wow.
Ben Richie.
Come on, man.
Ivan. Come on screen, man, because that right there, that's classic, man. You've been waiting to drop that.
I've been waiting for that one.
Oh, man, dude, that is classic, man. That is classic, dude.
Wow.
Man, boy, hey, we came to the end of this ride, man. So I'm gonna let y'all do y'all parting shots. Ivan, you just killed me at the end of the show. KDL, your parting shots, man.
As always, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Hopefully we talk a little sports, man, and try to entertain you a little bit at the same time. Hey, we got some parties today. SmokeFellas be in the building. My man Mike Sanders, Ruckus Cigars this afternoon, 3 o'clock. My man Fred Mack tonight, ELs, 7 o'clock. We're gonna make our rounds, man, and celebrate y'all. It's my parting shot.
Hey, T. Courtney, thanks for chiming in. First time I've seen your comment out there. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Lefty.
Yeah, man, thank you all once again for tuning in. It's gonna we all hope we learn you a little something. Hope we learn you a little something. But it's opinionated, man. It's just good to talk sports, man. It's always a good time. Hey, today is a beautiful day outside. Enjoy the weather. Please be safe. Yeah, it's sad that we got to worry about stuff like that, but unfortunately we do. Just be safe, keep your head on the swivel out there. Celebrating Mike Sanders' birthday, Fred Mack's birthday. Everybody, man, happy birthday to you guys. You know how we do, and this is the prequel to the summertime, man. Summertime coming up. It's gonna be a huge summer for the SmokeFellas. Keep following us, man. We got some big things coming up, including here with the show and everything. So, man, just stay with us, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Love.
Hey, I second that. Birthday shout outs to Fred Mack, Mike Sanders, man. Do y'all thing today, man. I gotta chime in and second motion what Lefty said, man. It's warm today. You know how it gets in Chicago, man. So, man, be safe out there. Everybody, just enjoy Chicago, man, and what it has to offer, and stop this madness where everybody can go out and just have a good time, man. We've been dying for some warm weather, so let's enjoy it, man. That's all I got to say.
Just don't do nothing stupid. And if you can't control your alcohol, stay your ass in the house. Stop being stupid and taking innocent damn lives. Thank you.
KDL, aka Angry Man.
If you're late for work and driving reckless, I hope you get fired.
Dang. Okay, well, I forgot about that part, all right?
On that note, as I always say at the end of every show, where there's smoke,
there's the fellas.
And Ivan, Ralph, Jeremy. Let's go.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport. Yeah. It's a romance sport. Yeah, it's a romance sport like that.